Retro Kevo here. You know, you get inspired for a video sometimes, and I thought, I'll get a stressful day today. Driving can be stressful, right? So I don't drive big lorries, just sort of quite small lorries, but you know, you get days where, you know, it's just stressful sort of thing. So I thought, I'm going to come in, and I had an idea, so I've come straight to the camera. But I thought, when you've really had a sort of shitty day or whatever, what games do you turn to? Now, I like video response to this one. You know, I've got great YouTubing friends out there, retro gaming YouTubers. And yeah, I thought, what games do you come home when you've had a day, or when you've worked at home, whatever, had a bit of a stressful day? What games do you choose? And we'll have three games that you choose to, if you think, oh, I'm going to have a game to chill out to. So I've just walked in the door, so I've not even had time to think. So yeah, I'm going to have a think over the next couple of days. You'll see me in about a second, but it would have been a couple of days for me. So I'll see you in a minute. Well, that's more like it. A bit more chilled out tonight. That was last night, Wednesday night, and I got home and thought, blimey, that was a bit of a manic day. Obviously driving, you know, any of you out there, if you drive for a living, you know, it can be a bit crazy at times. But yeah, I came home a bit wired, and I thought, yeah, but it did make me think, what video games do people play when they just want to really chill out and relax? And I thought, yeah, it's quite an interesting little idea for a video. And I thought, yeah, we can come up with three. Now, if you've only got one or two games that you play to relax, you can just let me know them. Either drop it in the comments or do a video response. It'd be nice to get a video response to this one and see what people play if they want to just really chill out for a while. But I'm going to do oldest first. One of the games I go to if I just want a real bit of downtime is to the classic Spectrum days. I've spoken about it before. 180 Mastertronics classic, $1.99 in the shops when it came out, bargain, and it's a lovely little game. I think the snooker, pool, these sort of pub games on video game versions are always nice chill out games. So let's have a look at this one. 180. Right, 180 on the ZX Spectrum. This was a classic game, often voted one of the best Mastertronic games. And anybody that doesn't know, Mastertronic did budget games for computers. And I'm playing Del Boy Desmond, and in these first sort of opponents, they're reasonably easy to beat, but it does get really tough, this game. If you want to win this game and beat all the opponents, you want to be hitting 9 darters at the end. But yeah, to the point of the game and the video, I find a game like this really nice and chilled out to play. It's just relaxing, no stress, and quite a funny little game as well. Now, I didn't get the footage, but every now and then a little dog will come walking along. You do a wee up against a bar, which I don't think the landlady there would be too pleased about. But it was just a nice game. And actually, I always thought the artwork of that hand, at the time, you've got to remember this is the mid-80s or early 80s. The artwork on that hand and the mechanics of the way the hand worked for throwing the darts was really, really quite clever. Oh, another pint flew down the bar there. He's doing well, that guy, to catch them pints. She's whizzing them down. Looked like a pint of Guinness to me. Jet black. But you had a few issues with the colour. Look at his old Pringle jumper. That's another thing. If you had a Pringle jumper in the UK in the mid-80s at school, you would have got some respect. I mean, I think the golfers were wearing them, and it became fashionable for sort of teenage kids to have them. And they were blimmin' expensive. I remember them Pringle jumpers being well expensive at the time. Yeah, I don't think I had one, but they were, you know, people really wanted to be seen wearing them. But yeah, I'm doing okay. We'll just show one leg of this game. But yeah, a really enjoyable game to chill out to. Oh, I did collect I had been collecting the Mastertronic games. I've sort of slowed up a little bit because I didn't realise when I first started collecting Mastertronic games that there were so many. So now I'm just sort of doing a bit of research before I buy a game, and just to sort of see if it's worth buying. Some of the Mastertronic games, if anybody knows out there, if you're a specky lover, you'll know some of them were pretty poor and I probably would never end up playing them. So I am still collecting them, I just being a bit more choosy. But we're doing okay. Oh, some of the characters as well in this game, you would never get away with it now. They had a character called Limp-Wristed Larry, which, you know, you just wouldn't get away with calling a character that in a game now, but it was the early 80s, mid-80s, whatever. But yeah, I've left myself 2. I'm needing that old double one to clean up and win this leg against Del Boy Desmond. Here he goes. He's aiming for that treble 20. Oh, he's aiming for that ball. He's got a single 18. Right, here I go. Double one to clean up. Boom. So that was one leg of darts in the classic game 180. Great game, great memories of that game. But we'll come forward in time a little bit to the next game I might play if I want to chill out a bit. Is the classic Buster Move 2 on the PS1. It's a great game, this one. Now, obviously you can do different various things on this game, but I used to just play the one player against computer where you have to shoot up the bubbles and sort of make three to sort of, it's sort of like Tetris in reverse, isn't it? You know, it's a classic game. Bubble bobble, I always have a job saying that, characters. But yeah, often when you look at people's YouTube choices of PlayStation 1 games to have or to play, Buster Move 2 often is there, but it's quite nice, not necessarily totally chilled out because it gets a bit frenetic when you have to sort of get near the end and you're running out of space for the bubbles or whatever. But yeah, it's a good game. Let's take a look. Yeah, so Buster Move 2, I think this will be seen as a bit of a classic for you PlayStation 1 lovers out there. I didn't really know a lot about the Bubble games and the characters, but it's just one of those type games. As I said in the intro, it's almost like Tetris in reverse, but really, really playable, and looks great, music's good, and I could play this for hours. As I said, when I started playing this, I thought, yeah, I could easily play this for a couple of hours. The old thing where you've got to get 3 of the bubbles together. Once they're together, they disappear, and life gets a little bit easier. This opponent right at the start, he's pretty rubbish, and he's got to be pretty rubbish for me to beat him. One thing I didn't know, I only recently realised, because I'm terrible for not reading instructions, etc., was if you actually group together more than 3 balloons, then it adds the extras to your opponent's screen, which, do you know what? I flipping had no clue about that, but it sort of makes sense, and it's an added extra part of the game. But yeah, you'd sort of meet a character if you go to the actual mechanics of the game, and you'd sort of meet him on the map, and then you'd have to beat him by playing him at this game, and then once you defeated him, you move along and play the next character. But yeah, it's, as I said with the darts, the point of the video is this is the sort of game I could put on, play for an hour, lovely and chilled out. But as I said, it's not always completely chilled. It does get a bit sort of nuts when you get to, you're running out of time. But yeah, Buster Move 2 is a classic game, and as I said, many people put it in their lists of top PS1 games. It's just nice, chilled game to play. That's Buster Move 2, classic game. I was playing it to get the footage, and I thought, yeah, I could really get into this and play it for a long time. It's a top game. Right, we come forward a little bit to what I think is a classic game now. It's quite a modern game, really. And so, well, actually not. You'll know what I mean when I say, but it's the classic Minecraft. Now, no matter what you say about Minecraft, you may think it's a real kiddies game, but it's actually, for my book, it's a really, really clever game. Best-selling game of all time, so they must have done something right. But my son used to love it, and I remember having a go and thinking, God, this is really, really like super chilled game. Classic Swedish game when you think about it, the sort of Scandinavian, nice and chilled, relaxed. But there was something about this game. I'll have a game of this every now and then now, just to sort of wander around. It's just a really, really super relaxed game. And what I love, people who know my channel now, I love the music in games, and I'm a massive fan of ambient music. Got quite a little collection going on of ambient CDs and stuff, and a little bits of vinyl. But I even bought the soundtrack to Minecraft because it's some really, really genius work on this CD. They were really clever, the designers of Minecraft. So yeah, I have to say it's an absolute gem of a game for relaxation. So let's take a little look. We all know what Minecraft is, but I've got a little bit of footage we can take a look at. Well, straight away with that music, it's just, the minute you enter this world of Minecraft, it's just like, it's like Zen. It's like you've entered a sort of world of complete chill. It's I know there is survival mode, which obviously things can kill you and stuff, but even that sort of feels majorly chilled. But you can see here, I kept this footage in because I was trying to build myself a little house, and this little chicken just came along. He's looking at me, he seems quite interested in me, and it was sort of wonderful the way the game worked like that. It's sort of, the intelligence of the game was weirdly clever, and I don't know why I should be surprised, because it's just a really brilliantly put together game. Yeah, chicken's looking at me. But this bit here, this little bit here I came across when I was just doing this footage just sums up the game. You know, you can drift up into the sky to move around, and it just became sunset, and on the other side the moon's coming up, and you get that music, and well, it's sort of sublime, isn't it? Well, for me, it's just, it takes you somewhere, and it obviously may be the nub of why this game is so successful. It's just like really, really chilled out. I mean, I can imagine a lot of adults play Minecraft. Well, they obviously do, just on the numbers alone of the people who play the game. It must suggest a lot of adults play it. But yeah, look at this. This was just, I was just playing around, and then it happened with the sunset, and just really fantastic. Yeah, classic atmospheric music. Brilliant, just really brilliant. Minecraft, what can you say? I mean, love it or hate it, Minecraft is a very cleverly written game. The way they sort of hit the mark with everything like game, the way the game looks, the sort of characters, the music, for me, like I said, I've got the CD. It's absolutely excellent. And I don't play it very often, don't get me wrong, but I will play a bit of Minecraft every now and then, because it just takes you to a different zone. It's really relaxing. And one little point on Minecraft. Now, I'm not anti-violent video games. Listen, I've got Manhunter there on the PS2, which I play every now and then, which is a pretty violent game. But it's quite nice, sort of thought in a way that there's loads of kids playing a game like Minecraft, which hasn't got any of that. It's just a game that's quite nice and gentle to sort of relax to. But yeah, that's Minecraft. There's my 3 games. Minecraft, that was my version there, was on a PS3, but it came out on the PC initially, and it's come out everywhere probably now. But 180 on the Spectrum. I love that darts game. And Bust a Move 2. I think everyone's got a PlayStation 1 will know that game. But yeah, but I'd love to hear people's responses, either in the comments, or if you've got a YouTube channel, put your what you play to chill out to. I'd love to hear it, because you know, as everyone knows, I love a recommendation, and you people out there have cost me a lot of money, because when I see a recommendation, I'll have a little look on YouTube myself and think, yeah, I'll get that. So yeah, more overtime at work to pay for a few more video games. But yeah, if you want to put your responses out there, I'd love to hear them, and tag me if you want, and then I'll be able to watch your video and stuff. But yeah, be really interesting to find out. Anyway, take care for now, and I'll have another video soon. Bye bye.